US President Donald Trump says he's willing to help resolve Seoul-Tokyo tensions. But how? Addressing that question now for Korea Now, I'm Alex Jensen. Trump told reporters he's been asked by South Korean President Moon Jae-in to mediate in a dispute with Japan that's threatening to escalate, on top of Tokyo's recent trade restrictions targeting materials used to make semiconductors and display panels in South Korea, key local industries. Japan's to decide whether to remove the South from a so-called whitelist, hurting the supply of materials needed for making as many as 1,000 products. And this comes as Tokyo appears to be upset over a South Korean court ruling ordering Japanese firms to compensate Korean victims of Japan's colonial-era forced labor. Tokyo insists this isn't about retaliation, but rather security and the seemingly unfounded concern that South Korea might leak sensitive materials to North Korea. And now Trump looks set to get involved. Not that he expects it to be easy. It's like a full-time job getting involved between Japan and South Korea, he said, admitting he'd prefer Washington's allies to find their own solution. But if Trump doesn't really want to get involved, then why would he? Firstly, security interests. Ironic, considering Japan's position. The US appears to be even more concerned now Seoul is threatening to withdraw from a military intelligence sharing pact with Tokyo, an agreement reached in 2016 with the backing of Washington to deal with North Korea. Previously, there was a certain pragmatism that kept economic and security interests on track, separate from historical issues. But all that's now in peril. Then how can Trump possibly mediate? On the plus side, he has the respect of both South Korean and Japanese leaders. They both know the importance of the US for their respective goals. Trump could arguably make faster progress than the World Trade Organization, which addressed the issue at a General Council meeting this week. And he's perhaps the only leader who Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe would listen to on this issue. But that's still a big if. Abe just oversaw an upper house election victory at home, and since then his comments suggest he has no plans to upset his conservative base and concede ground to Seoul. Equally, it's politically impossible for President Moon to somehow force a change in the South's sense of justice. It's interesting Trump sent hawkish security advisor John Bolton to Japan and South Korea this week after he was kept out of recent negotiations with North Korea. His tough attitude may have been deemed the way to handle Seoul and Tokyo. Ultimately, Washington has a massive dilemma. The South Korea relationship has been described as a linchpin alliance, and Japan ties a cornerstone. Remove either, and Northeast Asian diplomacy looks bleak. It's again time for Trump to show us the art of the deal.